Hello Libras, thank you for joining me in my channel. Thank you guys so very much for liking, sharing my videos, and subscribing. If you have not done that yet, I encourage you to do so. Also, I want to thank you guys so very much for those of you who recently contacted me for private readings. Thank you guys so very much. It humbles me. Thank you guys for allowing me to guide you guys the best way I can and go through this with you guys, on your journey towards an answer. So thank you guys very much. Um, like I've been saying on all my videos, I'm using the Clement Tarot, but I also will be using the Witch's Tarot in case I need clarity when it comes to the readings. I am almost done with the readings and I have not needed clarifications. The messages are coming very, very strong. So I don't think I will be needing them. But, just in case I do, I will definitely be using them. So this is going to be for, Libras for the month of May 2017. Spirit, what are the messages for Libras? Oh, okay. Libras for May 2017. Libras 2017. Spirit, what are the messages for Libra? May 2000. Okay, let's jump right into this and see what the cards have to say for you, Libras. Ooh, okay. Okay, Libras, your general energy is that of the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is that of feeling stuck. It can also represent self-sacrifice, like sacrificing yourself for sacrificing yourself for the higher good. Um, okay, so I feel like there is this emotional stuckness. I don't feel like it has to do with finances. This is more having to do with love. And with the Hanged Man, it's like you don't know if you should move forward in this relationship, or you don't know if you should, call it quits. Um, for those of you who are in a long-term relationship or in a marriage, I feel like you guys have hit a plateau in your relationship. Like there's a need for newness, there's a need for action. Whether it's spicing up your love life, or whether it has to do with just communicating more. I feel like you guys are not comfortable with one another anymore, or it's awkward when you guys are around each other, like basically not doing anything. There's this awkwardness, this stillness about the communication. So I feel like that's going to play out for you guys for the month of May. Now, there is the 3 in the past and passing position. So there is a betrayal or some type of hurt. And this can also represent third party energies, but not in the, I'm not sensing in the sense of, okay, so, I'm getting multiple messages. So for some of you guys, this is going to apply to a relationship. You guys have recently either decided to take some time away from one another, and the reason for this is because there was in fact a betrayal or some type of cheating involved, a third person. Um, I don't see that this has to do with. I don't see that this has to do with actuality. So what I mean by this is perhaps you or your partner are thinking of like one or the other's messing around or fooling around with a third person, but I don't feel like it is in fact true. I feel like this is more on a mental type of energy. So perhaps it's you or them that their mind is playing tricks on them, and that's why there's this hurt or the feeling of betrayal, like how can you not trust me, etc. So you do have the Justice card right next to the Three of Swords. So that's talking to me about karma. perhaps either it's you or your partner, and that in a previous relationship there was some type of hurt or betrayal, and I feel like justice is being served. Like even just the thought of it, there's a feeling of like deciding or wanting to decide like just to end the relationship, and I feel like this has to do with past karma. I hope that makes sense. So for those of you who are no longer with this person, or are single, I feel like if there was a person that cheated on you in the past relationship, there's something that's going to come up in May where you're going to, like, this person may even come to you to try to get some type of closure from that cheating, and from that cheating that they incurred to you in the past. Them reaching out or trying to, I don't know, I guess mend whatever was broken. Not that they want to come back to you. For some, it may apply, but not all. But more because they feel like they're being put in this position where they kind of have to balance their karma. Because emotionally, when it comes to their romance, it's kind of affecting their relationship, their current relationship. It can very well be that the person that they were with is the person that they were with, or that they're currently in a relationship with. They may actually be thinking that you're cheating with them, or that they are cheating with you. I hope I'm making sense. So for some, it may just represent that you're doubting your partner. For others, it can represent that a person from your past is coming around you to either get clarity, not clarity, to mend whatever it is that they did to you, because they feel like they have to. They have to get it off their chest. They have to either apologize, whatever it may be. But it can also be that the person that they're currently with is actually thinking that this person is still with you, or that they're messing around with you. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So right at the center, you have the Lover's card. And the Lover's card is talking to me about making a choice or getting to a point, because it's right in the middle, across the middle. Okay, so this issue has to do with that of making a choice. Perhaps you've already made the choice because it is in the present position. So perhaps you felt like the person that you were with, that you probably cheated on or left, you feel like they were just not right for you, but due to circumstance, the universe has taught you that you were so wrong. And in doing that, with this Lover's card, it's like you made that choice of going for what was easiest for you, or what you didn't have to sacrifice with that Hanged Man, because you felt like maybe in the past relationships it's been you who sacrificed. But with this Lovers, it's like getting at the end of the road and having to make a choice, and you've made that choice already. Okay, whether it's for good or whether it's for bad, that choice was made. But I feel like you guys are leaning towards that of the past, looking towards the past, or trying to reach out to a person from your past. For those of you who are married, again, like I said, this can just be a representation of you or your partner doubting your relationship, or like they're messing around or something. But I feel with the Lover's card, there's definitely love and connection still there. I think this is having to do with your mind playing tricks on you, basically. I feel like when it comes to relationships, if there's no trust, then you have no relationship. Okay? Sometimes, unfortunately, when it comes to love, sometimes if you're in, you're going to be all in, and if you're out, you're out. There's no in between. There's no maybe I'll trust you today, but not tomorrow. Okay? Now, in the near future position, you have the Seven of Cups and the Hermit. And this is talking to me about choices and that of illusion. But I feel like, again, the past is weighing heavy for you, Libras. Like the choice you made, it's like you were in this illusion of like this person was. It can even be like you thought that you leaving your other partner for this new person like you were in your right to do that because you deserved it, because you deserve, all these cups here, all these options and all these opportunities. But with the hermit, it's like you're reflecting, you're going back to the past. I definitely sense that with this hermit. It's like you're having the need to go to the past and analyze and see what decisions you have made that have affected your present, and if in fact you are trying to reach out to, and this is for those of you who are single, if in fact you're trying to reach out to a past lover, I feel like if you do, you might have to obviously prove yourself, but I feel like they might be very distant, very cold with you, or they've either moved on. Um, I sure as hell would. But I feel like you're having the need to go within yourself, be in solitude, clear of mind, to be able to decide if you want to move forward with this relationship or not. For those of you who are in a long term relationship, and again, like I said, that of the doubt of your partner, I feel like it's affecting your relationship, and it can also be very well affecting obviously your sexual relationship. I am going to pull out a couple of cards just to get clarification. Spirit, give me clarification for the Three of Swords. Clarification for the Three of Swords. Oh, okay. Oh, clarification for the Hermit. Hermit. Clarification for. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Okay, so I asked for clarification with the Three of Swords, and you have the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands is in the past, you perhaps didn't reach out to the person that you were with in a previous relationship. And it partly has to do with the fact that you felt like you were in your right, like you were so convinced that you had the ultimate right to mistreat this person or to walk away from this person's life. Um, in your head, that was true. That was the reality of it. You felt like you had to stand your ground, and either this person apologizes, whether it was like an abrupt relation or ending of a relationship or something, like you were kind of like, I'm in the right, I have the right because of what I'm going through right now due to circumstance. Um, but this is giving me the sense of feeling like self righteousness. And I know some Libras may tend to take on that type of personality when it comes to relationships. Like if they're not giving their all, then I'm not giving my all, and that's it. A lot of the times you have to work things out in order for the relationship to continue growing. You can't just be like, well, if they're not giving it 100 today, then I'm done. It takes time. It takes issues, it takes problems to grow that relationship. And I feel like when you were tested, in that relationship, you just gave up. Basically, you just stood your ground, and you didn't move forward, didn't move backwards. So I asked for clarity when it comes to the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups is that of options. But I feel like with this King of Cups, this is talking about intuition. So perhaps this person or this previous person that you were with was that into mysticism or something like that, or they were just extremely very intuitive, but they were also. It's like the alchemist being able to create whatever it is that they're desiring. And I feel that with this King of Cups, there might be some emotional bondage there. So it could be either you or it could be the person that you were with in a previous relationship. But I'm sensing this is more on your side. So it's like you still haven't emotionally moved on from this person. There's still lingering feelings there, either because due to the fact that it ended of betrayal. It could be both you or the other person. This is a general reading, but I feel like there's still emotional attachment there. Now, I asked for clarification when it comes to the Hermit, and you have the Sun card. The Sun card came out in reverse. I don't do reversals because usually Spirit tells me if it's reversed or not, but I'm sensing like it's not. So with the Sun, this is talking about having time to go within yourself, to be able to balance your energies, to be able to see clearly, to not judge or see the situation on your perspective, but being able to step or take a few steps back and analyzing the situation. But I definitely see a blessing coming your way. So whether it's you decide to reach out to this person, for those of you who are single, perhaps this person may resist, but with the Sun card and the King of Cups, I feel like there is an emotional connection here. It could be spiritual connection as well. But then again, for those of you who are, again, like I said, in a turbulent relationship, I feel like with the Sun, there's a need for you to regroup and go within yourself to be able to find balance within yourself, and then be able to go back to the relationship and work on whatever it is that needs to be worked on, whether it's communicating or whether it's just understanding, or, you know, mending the fences basically, and just asking for forgiveness or accepting forgiveness. Okay, so I hope this makes sense to you guys. I know there was like, it was all over the place, this reading, so it's gonna apply to some of you guys depending on different circumstances. So many blessings. I wish you guys the very best for this May. If you have any further questions, comments, whatever, just leave it below or contact me to my email. All right, thank you. Bye.